Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels. Now, we are going back to that very interesting world of the JRC. So, before we get started, a few disclaimers. First of all, you will find the link to the House bill that we've all got our eyes on here in the description, as well as any other supportive information we are going to give you today on this video to help you kind of understand the scope of this particular bill. Also included in the description is other pertinent links when it comes to the Stop the Shot campaign, as well as always the Change.org Shut the Judge Rotenberg Center Down petition. Also, for those folks who are also Twitter followers of mine who are subscribers to this channel, keep your eyes out on Twitter. We are sending out another petition to get around that is actually quite involved with this House bill we're getting to go over today. Now, folks, when we are discussing the JRC and other places like it, you are going to hear vivid descriptions of and sometimes court documented and approved video surveillance evidence of the abuse and torture of people with disabilities. If you have young ones present, please, folks, please use your headphones. All right. So, what we are taking a look at here is the bill that I talked on for the last few videos, which is the MAH 225 2021-2022 192nd General Court, Massachusetts House Bill 225. So, we are going to take a look. First, this is the status. It's a moderate partition bill, Democrat for the one, introduced on March the 29th, 2021, 25% progression. So this is still being debated. Action 2021-0329. Senate concurred. Pending Joint Children, Families, and Persons with Disabilities Committee. Latest text introduced PDF. Okay, so this is what we have. Here's a summary. For legislation to prohibit the use of procedures which cause physical pain or deny a reasonable human existence to persons with disabilities, children's families, and persons with disabilities. So, what we are referring to by this is aversive therapies. We're not just talking the skin shocks in regard to the JRC. We're also talking about some other aversive therapies, which we're going to go ahead and go over here. So, keep in mind these representatives, folks. Here's the sponsors of the bill. Representative Danielle Gregore, Representative Susanna Whips Lee, Representative Carmine Gentile, Representative Tram Nigan, Senator Michael Moore. So, concurred, and we've already looked at this. They have some similar bills, what have you. So, the language is very specific here because not everyone knows what the hell we're talking about when we're talking about aversive therapies. Although we've gone over it at some length on this channel, still not everybody that watches has watched my videos because there's hundreds of them. So, let's do a little refresher. Aversive therapy. So let's pull up what it is. Now, this Oh, no, I'm not reading Spectrum News. These people bend over backwards for the ABA. You know, the people that back people like the Judge Rotenberg Center. I really don't give a damn about a single thing that they have to say. Okay. A lot of this is about the shocks. Okay. PubMed has also been like extremely. Oh god, why should I figure that the Washington Post would be against us? No, seriously, check it out. It stops self harm. So does a punch to the face, but are you insinuating that that's a good idea to do to people with disabilities who have no ability to hit you back? No. Just saying. Okay. We'll take a look at this. And yes, you have to deal with my rambling. I do not have an edit button, and I give 0 fucks today. Okay. Okay, let's try to go here. Alright. I need a definition, people. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Google. So, aversion therapy is a form of psychological treatment in which the patient is exposed to a stimulus by simultaneously being subjected to a form of discomfort. What a polite way to put it, isn't it? That doesn't seem so bad, right? Slight discomfort. That is a psychological way of whitewashing what aversive therapy actually is. Aversive therapy is basically a punishment and reward system to, in their words, promote healthy, normal behavior, which sounds all well and good to the normal average person, except when it's not. When you are using psychological and behavioral treatments on people who have neurodevelopmental disabilities, it makes 0 sense. You're essentially using behavior modification to punish the person who has a disability that has no control over how our brain functions. These are not behaviors so much as an extension of what's going on internally. To think you can change or treat a person with a disorder that is mental using behavioral psychology makes no sense. You may get the desired behaviors that you want because the person with autism is terrified of the punishment you're going to bestow upon them because they don't want to starve to death, be deprived of sleep, be deprived of their autonomy to be able to do so much as go to the damn bathroom, or in the JRC's sense, being freaking shocked to death repeatedly. Sure, but does it do anything to actually treat the underlying thing that is causing these outward manifestations of behavior? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because the underlying mental state that is causing that to come outward is still there. You are literally treating symptoms. And not just treating symptoms, but you're punishing them for having, for lack of a better term, symptoms that are common to those of us who have this disability. You are punishing us for having our brain wired differently. When you use things like ABA, when you use the rewards and punishment systems, you are punishing us for having a brain that does not work like yours. That is all behavior modification does to those who have disabilities that are not behavior based. Okay? Oh my God. And arguing for years with people from all over the country trying to explain that autism is not a behavioral disorder. When we're having meltdowns, we're not trying to get your damn attention. To explain when we exhibit the behaviors, it's not attention seeking behavior. I don't even know what to tell you. Most autistics I have met, not all, because we're all different, but most autistics I met, we want to be left the fuck alone. That's what we want. You're telling me we are doing this for attention seeking? Attention seeking my ass. I want you to go the fuck away. Seriously? Well, they're acting out in a crowd. Obviously, they want attention. I want the hell out of the crowd. Seriously? And so, what do they tell you to do when those very stereotypical behaviors raise up? Ignore them. Or when they misbehave, for you putting them in a situation that is messing with their sensory issues, among other things, I might add, well, maybe deprive them of one of their favorite things. Put a pepper in their mouths. Ignore them. Ignore them when they're in pain and they're telling you that we need to leave. Oh, they don't need those noise canceling headphones. Yeah, it might be causing them to have terrible headaches, but they need to get used to it. That is aversive therapy. And that's just the lighter side of it. All right. That's all I have for you folks. Give me just a second. I got my internet guy coming back, so you all have a good one. Bye-bye.